straps tight, sun's high, engines humming in the hangar light. Dust rise, door drop. We were born to outrun the clock. Scars in the hole from the last close call. Carbon scoring like badges on the wall. All my friends say she's past her prime. Then she jumps to life in space and time. Punch it, Falcon, tear that sky in two. Every long shot somehow pulls us through. She's ugly, she's stubborn, but she don't back down. Punch it, Falcon, we're legends now. Wow! Cards on the table, winner takes the ship. Wanted with the grin and a shaky grip. Now it's spies, runs, gun runs. Nights on the run, laughing in the dark when an asteroid spinning like a loaded dice. Fly through the fire, never flinch twice. Tie bolts tracing every move we make. She just shivers once, loses them in the way. Punch it, Falcon, tear that sky in two. Every long shot somehow pulls us through. She's ugly, she's stubborn, but she don't back down. Punch it, Falcon, we're legends now. Whoa! Every busted hyperdrive, every final dawn. But when the world's on fire and hopes run dry, she rattles, she rises, we still fly. Punch it, Falcon, tear that sky in two. Every long shot somehow pulls us through. She's ugly, she's stubborn, but she owns this town. Punch it, Falcon, we're legends now. Oh! Punch it, Falcon, ride that burning blue. Every scar plate, every bolt is proof. She's loyal, wears the crown. Punch it, Falcon, we're legends now.
And hello and welcome to today's live stream. This is something that we've been trying to get together for a few weeks, I'd say, on the channel. So today, speaking about legends with our awesome little intro song, we have none other than my good buddy Christopher from Seriously Star Wars joining us. You might remember us when we would do the Star Wars podcast. So it's been a bit since we've been together.
It's been a hot minute. Yeah.
It has. So
how you doing?
It's great, man. It's great. So speaking about legends,
I was going to say, like, that was an impressive intro there. Quite the intro.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. You know me. We always try to, over execute, So how have you been, man?
Not bad. Busy with all the Mando merch and all the, the movie, going to see that and stuff. So
yeah, there's been a lot of Mando and Grogu merch. I don't think anyone's quite burned out of it quite yet.
No,
it's popping up everywhere. I think my wife is currently grocery shopping, and on my list is the Grogu Nilla wafers. So
okay, yeah, no, that we didn't get those up here, so
I do want to get those. Those seem kind of interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe if you want to like ship some across the border to me.
Well, you know what?
I don't know. Can you ship food across the border like that?
I think I can, because I probably can fit it in the box at this point, because I have a box that's sitting here. I still haven't sent you from Christmas. It's got to go. It's just this week has been crazy because we had graduation this week, prom last week for my daughter for senior year. So a lot of moving parts going on. And like, of course, Mando drops the same night as prom night. So she's like, "You're not going to miss my prom." I said, "No, because I'm seeing it Thursday night, not Friday." So that was awesome. So what did you think, Christopher? Like the new Mandalorian Grogu movie? I know it's kind of contentious among Star Wars fans. I find it absolutely ridiculous. Like, I thought it was great. I want to hear from you. What's your thoughts?
I mean, I thought it was great too. Like, I thought it was a really fun adventure movie. Definitely, like a longer. It's definitely like a 2-hour long Mandalorian episode without the fluff, without the filler episode, without the filler episodes, right?
It was an epic, awesome Mandalorian,
and it was full of action. Full of action.
The only pause was when we were trying to get somebody healed, right? That was the only kind of like lower.
Yeah, and I don't think it slowed down the pace at all. Like I've seen that as a criticism, and
yeah, I thought
I didn't find that at all.
Yeah, that was your kind of montage character growth of him kind of stepping up, and taking care of Din. I thought it was great. And just like you said, it was a very, very awesome episode of Mandalorian and Grogu. I also felt it was kind of like, remember when we were getting where you could see certain scenes from your Disney Plus Star Wars show that you could go to a theater? Like I tried to see the Anakin Ahsoka one. So I don't understand. If people are willing to go see an episode that they could watch for free at home, what's wrong with seeing a more epic, more action-packed version of The Mandalorian that is geared to the masses? Yes, it's not geared. I think Star Wars fans need to think like our franchise that we're so beloved to. We have to understand that we also need to get other people involved, other people to enjoy it. And it doesn't need to always be sucked into very heavy lore where they need to watch everything. This is a great introduction for that family feature. And I think when Favreau says that, that's kind of what his aim was. I went to see it like you multiple times. I saw it in IMAX first that Thursday evening of the release.
Yeah.
And then I went and saw it again that Saturday with my kids. And my kids, as you know, they're not huge Star Wars fans. I think my daughter kind of got into the Acolyte a little bit with me. Just because of the actress that was, the main one who played Osha. But I feel that with this one, I turned around to them and they gave it 8 out of 10. Like they're like, this is 8 out of 10. And that they really liked it better than they just went and saw The Backrooms last night. And they liked this movie better than The Backrooms. So if it gives you an idea of what Disney and Lucasfilm is striving for, it's that capturing that family moment of going out with your kids, seeing something and sharing that beloved movie moment that you enjoy with your family and that they actually enjoyed it too. They weren't like, "Oh, Dad dragged me to Star Wars. Maybe had to sit through it." They actually enjoyed it and thought it was great.
Yeah. Yeah. I think anyone can go into it and enjoy it, and they don't need to know anything about other Star Wars content, and they'll know what's going on. So
now you had I watched your review on it. You did something kind of interesting where during your review, you did it in the sense that it was you did the Screen X version. What can you tell people about that? Explain that a little bit.
Yeah, so I don't know if you have Screen X in your area. I know they have them at Cineplex theaters up here.
They do have it at mine. I didn't. I just saw the IMAX.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Screen X, they expand the screen. So like they got projectors on the side and they project the image on the two side walls a bit. So for like that opening scene, like the opening scene from the movie, they expanded it onto the wall. It wasn't like every scene, but like
probably that
a few scenes. Yeah, there were a few scenes that expanded onto that side wall, so you felt a little more immersed. But like you didn't get that same aspect ratio as the IMAX screen. So definitely see it in IMAX.
Yeah,
like they say it's forged for IMAX. It's definitely worth seeing it in IMAX.
When I went from IMAX to standard, was being engulfed in that screen is a big piece of it. But for me, it was the sound.
Yeah, the sound too.
100%. Like there were scenes when things would happen that I was vibrating, like from the explosions and whatnot. Like it was awesome.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of that. So if you've seen the movie, you understand when we say there's a lot of action, a lot of I was constantly vibrating from in the IMAX, and I was loving it. I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
So now we were going to talk about, I know you have quite a bit of merch that you got from the Mandalorian films.
There's a lot. Like there places like Bath and Body Works are pumping it out. Burger King, as you mentioned, what's the wafer brand that you have down?
Oh, Nilla,
yeah, Nilla, right? Like
True Milk, True
yeah,
Milk, like the blue milk
another brand we don't have up here. I wouldn't suggest putting a bottle of milk in there for me. I don't think it'll last that long. So
I don't think it would.
Yeah, like Nilla, the True Milk there. Yeah, Bath and Body Works, Burger King, Schick, like the razors. Did you get the razors yet?
I did not.
Oh, yeah, I picked those up too. I'm not going to shave or anything, but like they're staying in the package. They're going to sit on the shelf next to my macaroni, my craft dinner, Star Wars craft dinner that's still in the box.
No, what I did do, I purchased a few things getting ready for Star Wars Celebration. Mm-hmm. So I have these little Mandalorian Grogu. They're like the size of a thermos, but they're 3 stackable little snack containers. So I got those so I could pack like trail mix and some stuff when I'm, traveling the Celebration. I did recently get like one of those things that Tony over at Star Wars suggested, like a folding stool.
Oh, okay.
So starting to prepare for Celebration with some stuff, and kind of getting a little Mando Grogu spin on them. I did get. I know for Father's Day, someone asked, "Well, what do you want?" And I said, "You know what? Since I'm going to Star Wars Celebration and I'm gonna need to do some traveling, I think I need to upgrade my suitcases. So I'm looking to get the Mandalorian and Grogu matching Heroes and Villains suitcase and luggage.
Nice.
That'd be kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
I figure I can pack all my any cosplay and all my clothes and all that into one, and then for my carry-on, I could have the little Grogu's. I think a carry-on version. So I could take that and put some stuff that I need like right away and stuff like that, like my laptop, stuff like that. So that'd be cool. So I don't think I'm totally burnt out of the Mandalorian and Grogu merch and stuff. But let's take a look at some of it, because you got some really fantastic stuff for your merch, for the movie merch. I'd really love to show people that.
Yeah. I can show you some of it. Like, let me grab some of the stuff. What do you guys want to see? What do you want to see? Because I know you got the Burger King toys down there.
Yeah.
Did you get them all?
I did not. I have not gotten them all, and they're literally up the street from me. It's just I just can't eat the food. I've been trying to do better about my diet.
Just buy the toys separately. You don't have to get the meal with the toy.
I know. Well, I figure I could go up when they're kind of out and about.
I wouldn't wait, because like that, then you'll miss out on the ones that you know what I mean? Like, all right, I think so.
Because there's a few that I want to get of the small ones. The main one I got already is the Mandalorian flying, but I do want to get the Grogu one. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, like I got all of those. So here, let me bring those up here. I can reach those. And like, I don't know how they do it down there. Like up here, they were in cases of 2. Like when they got shipped to Burger King, they had two toys in each case.
I never really asked.
So like when they open a case up, like the first case they started with up here was a case with the 2 troopers. So those were the first 2 I got right there.
Oh, yes. I didn't get. I have this one so far.
Yeah. They were releasing 2 at a time. So they did those 2, then they did these 2 here.
Yeah, I like that. I like that little Grogu one. That's cool.
Yeah,
that's a nice one.
And then they did. So these 2 were in a case together.
The pram and that Mando looks nice too. I like your review on that one.
Yeah, and like I say the toys loosely, like they're not toys. They're gonna sit on the shelf. They're gonna be displayed. There's no playability, no. And then those were the last 2. So
the only thing I wish is if they had playability was to hit that little button and it would light up from the back. That would hit that would be cool acrylic. And I'm wondering if you could maybe hollow the bottom out and just put a little tea light under it.
You probably could. Maybe. I don't know.
Because it might actually, if you could, hit their acrylic. I don't know. It might be too much work for that little toy.
Yeah.
But I'll show you what I got for the Mando and Grogu movie. So I did get when I went. I did two things. So I went prior to it. I ordered my popcorn bucket, and it got here just in time. But I wasn't quite satisfied with my popcorn bucket that I ordered, and I'll show you that.
So where did you order the bucket from?
I got mine was supposed to be one of the Walmart popcorn buckets.
Oh,
and
okay.
It is, and I see people with it, but I'll show you why mine. I feel like, in all honesty, like Walmart should take this back and send me another one. Quite honestly, so if you're watching Walmart, no BS. This is garbage, and I'll show you. It's cool, but I got like you'll see. It was like the last run on someone's 3D printer. Yeah. But I did get the cup.
Yeah. So I got the cup. So you got all the toppers too, or no?
I just got the one topper. I got the Grogu. But the thing is, they didn't have the actual damn lid. If you can imagine that. Like the guy was like looking, he's like, I can't find the lids. So I got the topper and I got the cup. No lid. And then I do really like this version now. I'm glad I did get this one.
Yeah. See, so we didn't get that version up here.
Oh, you didn't? I like this metallic. It's like it kind of reminds me of the Rogue One I got years ago with the tin and it's all like pushed in and raised. Love it.
Yeah. So we got those cups with the toppers, and I did get all four. I got my haul video coming out pretty quick, or you can see the full. You can see that video with all the stuff I picked up there. But I got my haul video coming out with everything I picked up this past month. But I think this one's. Yeah, this one's it's bigger, right? It's bigger.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, and then
but that one I think has a top for a straw. The others you have to pull off.
Yeah. Well, no, the other ones are small enough where you don't have to pull off.
Oh, okay.
So like that one's big, right? But the other ones are only just that black round circle, so you don't have to pull it off.
That's cool. But, that's a nice piece.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Just the toppers alone on display are nice. This is the one that I got, Chris, that I was a little disappointed about. I love the style of it. I just think the version I got was like the last stuff of 3D print. So I got the Grogu and the Pram popcorn bucket, which I really like.
So that came from Walmart, you said?
Yeah. And it's nice, but let me put this a little closer up so you can kind of see some of the
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it kind of does. It looks like somebody just 3D printed it.
Yeah, it's like roughly, it's not even finished. It's not even a finished, it's very rough. Like you got all the lines in it. It is not.
So that's not the same one you can get at the theater, is it?
It is.
Because they have one.
The same one.
That's supposed to be the same one?
Supposed to be the same one.
Oh.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it looks nothing like that on the images. Like the images make it look better. So
yeah, and Nate has one, and it's the same thing. And his is just a lot smoother. It doesn't have any 3D printing lines in it. So like I got one that's pretty garbage, really garbage.
Yeah. So he got his from the theater itself, or no?
He ordered it through Walmart as well.
Oh.
Yeah. And now,
so just quality control was slipping, I guess.
Really sucked on this. Now the other thing about this is, don't put popcorn in it, because when you try to wash it, you're gonna get moisture in the 3D print itself caught in there. I had this drying for 3 days. Like it was literally at one point it was sweating out of here. Like it was wrapped in the blue and was sweating through the pores of the 3D filament.
Yeah.
So it's cool to have, but it's not. It's a great collectible piece, but it's not practical. And at least the version I have, I'm sure if it was correctly 3D printed and cured and stuff like that, like Nate's, I'm sure Nate doesn't have nearly as issue because it's like having a vinyl toy.
I didn't buy mine with the intention of putting popcorn in them either, though. So,
well, you got that awesome the AT-AT.
Yeah. Okay, so let me show you my buckets because I got a few, and I know you guys didn't get a few of them down there either. Like, because I don't know, they did stuff differently in the UK. In the UK they did different popcorn buckets too.
Yeah, I think Eric got the AT-AT as well. He got the AT-AT.
Yeah, so that was available pretty much everywhere, I think. So these two I got from Landmark Cinemas up here in Canada.
Oh, I like them.
So that one's got Grogu and Mando on it. This one's just got Grogu on it, and then the logo. So
they look like they had T-shirts at one of the theaters, not the one I went to, but they did have T-shirts just like that. Each character.
Yeah, no, I've definitely been loving the like all the merch that you can get, right? So
The one popcorn bucket that you have that I really want to try to get is
this
that
one.
one. I love that
Yeah.
one because it's like a life-size
Well,
Grogu.
yeah, almost. And
Holding
I
on
guess
to
the same
bucket.
thing. Like it might be. No, I guess
I
it's.
like that
I don't
one.
know. It's plastic. I don't think it's 3D printed though, but it's
No,
got
but it
like the
still looks
texture on the robe
nicer.
on it and stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot
and I like it
nicer
comes
than
with a
mine.
tin.
I
I've
like
seen a
that.
lot of people using them for planters.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. What I'm thinking, Chris, is to get some fake trees with lights in them
Yeah.
and put
So
them
I
in
got
that
that guy.
and make a planter for them.
Did you guys get that one down there?
Not this one, the movie poster box.
Yeah. So it's.
Is that tin?
Yeah, it's tin. Yeah. Yeah,
And
and the lid comes off.
is that a figure on the front, right?
So
Is that a figure on the front of it?
yeah, so you have the option of getting a Mandalorian keychain or a Grogu keychain. So and there's
that
actually
glued?
like a
Is that
slot.
glued
You can
to it?
see like no, it slides out. So like you
Okay.
can see there's
Yeah.
like you can see there's metal clips on
Oh,
both
that's
sides
cool.
and at the bottom to hold it
No,
in.
we did not get anything that cool. That's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, and of course because it's Canada, it's bilingual, right? So French, Canadian, and
I like
English.
that. No, that's a really cool. That's unique, Chris. That's a good one to keep.
And then yeah, the AT-AT, I had to get the AT-AT. That was like $90 up here, but I think worth it.
Almost like scale to vintage, like that. Like
I think so.
I'd be almost like if you can get that, you don't need to buy the TVC AT-AT because you have one.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, it's probably pretty close. Like Mando might be smaller than a TVC figure, but like it's probably pretty close to that scale.
Yeah, I would say
So
close enough. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good piece. I saw Eric got that one too.
yeah, this was available everywhere. I think that was like their what do you call it?
Their signature one.
Yeah, their signature one, right? So yeah, you got people in the chat there. Joe, Return of the Jedi.
Oh,
Yeah, loving the movie. This is an exciting time. It is an exciting time for sure. Absolutely.
Pop the Bounty Collector. What's up, Ricky?
Ricky.
Good morning, fellas. Mando and Grogu was amazing. Yeah, I definitely talked to Ricky. I really enjoyed it. Really had a fun time.
Yeah.
Got that popcorn bucket. Which one? What's up, guys? Still loving the movie and this exciting time. Yeah, Return of the Jedi. It is an exciting.
Yeah.
It's nice just to have Star Wars back in the theaters, like
in theaters, and having the merchandise is cool too, because that's what comes with it, right? Like the movie in the theaters, like they did a really good job with the merchandise and like marketing this movie too. So
yeah, I thought it was cool. What's interesting is seeing friends of yours that are either you know them or you're like they're friends with another friend that has been going to some of these events. That's kind of cool, like seeing Will and Grayson be able to go to some of those events and stuff. That's exciting. Yeah, so very excited for those. Happy for those guys. They've been working their tails off to get there. So it was nice. Trust me, I would love to. And actually this next week I'm thinking of actually a friend and I were talking about hanging out. PW1 says it was fun doing something because he's like a droid builder and stuff, and we were getting to talking because another friend is one of the Mandalorian mercs in one of the local outfits here.
Yeah,
and we were talking about having a flat meat fry sandwiches next week. Sometime we'll meet up and have those. I was like, that'd be cool.
Nice. Yeah.
So we're gonna do that little spam with the ciabatta, cheese whiz, and blue. I guess they'll be dyeing the onions blue or something. So
that'll
be fun.
That's cool.
I was going to ask when you did your soda, because this is the one thing they didn't have, and I was pissed. They're supposed to have the Beskar brew and the Grogu soda. Did you have that at yours or no?
No, so they had it at the Landmark Cinema, but I didn't go see the movie there, so I didn't get to try it yet. So
yeah, they
might
didn't have it at mine.
I might go to the theater and go try that one. Go to that theater and go try that.
But I did concoct it on my own.
I think isn't it just root beer? It's just root beer with.
It's Barks root beer, but if you can add, it's actually Barks vanilla root beer. So there is a little vanilla flavoring to it.
Yeah.
If you do it through the I can't remember what you call the soda machine where it does all the things.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm talking about. But it does have a Barks vanilla root beer, and then it adds, I think, a little bit of grape Fanta into it.
Oh,
And that's
really?
what makes that Beskar brew flavor. Whereas the Grogu is more like a lemon lime, so you've kind of got that Sprite, but
Yeah.
with a pineapple soda.
Oh, okay.
Is kind of what makes that one. So
Hmm.
I thought that was which is kind of interesting because I only can get pineapple soda in my area of Rhode Island because of where the Portuguese live. It's a very Portuguese, like the Cranston Portuguese Club is like literally a block away, and my Masonic Lodge has our game dinner there every year, and they have the passion fruit and the pineapple sodas. So
Yeah.
I would figure here in Rhode Island it'd be easier to get. So I have made those on my own just for playing around, and it came out pretty good. Like the Beskar Brew one, I liked a little bit more because the Sprite and pineapple, it was just kind of tastes more pineapple, but the Beskar Brew was kind of interesting. You got that root beer and you get the little hint of the vanilla because I added a little cream soda in mine when I made it at home. And then I did the Fanta grape. Oh, it's awesome. Just a little bit of that. It is good. It's kind of like that awesomeness with the bite of the root beer, but you get the subtle flavor of the grape. So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Like I said, I might go to the Landmark Theater, which is where you get the Beskar Brew and that Grogu one here in Canada. So I might try to go into that theater next time. I don't love their popcorn, but sacrifices must be made to go try the.
Hey, I've gone just for the popcorn sometimes. You know what I mean? Like I know I walked into the theater like when it was the Minecraft movie for my son. It was his birthday weekend. I went like days before to buy that popcorn bucket. Like I kept going each day and seeing if it came in. And once that it was the pickaxe one.
I feel like they don't sometimes they don't release them until the day of the movie. So
they shouldn't, but they sometimes do. They get them in and they just people buy them. So I went in and 2 days earlier and I ended up getting one.
Oh. Yeah, no, I tried asking in a couple theaters beforehand, and they were like, "Nope, not until the 22nd or the 21st." Actually, I guess.
Yeah, I like that though. At least you kind of get a fighting chance, you know.
Yeah, but now I've seen him popping up on. I've seen him popping up on Marketplace now, though.
Yeah,
like because there were people who went and bought them all, and with the intention just to sell them.
You know, I wouldn't mind getting the AT-AT one, but then it's like, where do I put it? You know.
Yeah. You'll find space.
I'll try. I do have to work on this room sometime this summer. I want to try to finish the other half if I can, get it painted and cleaned up and expand because it's just got stuff all over and it's starting to crowd into the space that I try to keep, you know, precious and pristine. But what happens is, you know, you collect more, and what do you do with what you have on your collection? Like I have a shelf that basically I kind of update with the latest and greatest. I can see the newest things coming in, and but then okay, where do I put the other ones I just had on display if they don't fit in the spot? So I've been kind of putting some of them back in boxes and keeping their boxes nearby so I could do that. But speaking about pops and stuff, let's talk about, because this is all Mando and Grogu. Let's pull up. I did create a little presentation of all the pops that we got for the entirety of this wave. So let's talk about those and maybe the scenes that we saw them in and how much we enjoyed them. What do you say?
Yeah. Spoiler alert, right?
Spoiler alert. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right. So let me start that again. So with the first one we got, I thought was really cool is we got Zeb Aurelius. And I was pretty pleased with getting Zeb. I think he looks really fantastic. And we actually got Zeb really from the cameo that we saw him in The Mandalorian in the blue flight suit, as well as this kind of more civilian-ish kind of rebel fatigues or whatnot. But I was really pumped to get this one as well because we do see that in that great scene of him coming down the hallway.
Yeah, in Lord Janu's compound there.
Correct.
Yeah, no, they pulled that pop right out of the movie.
Yeah, really, really good. The only way this could get better is they used more a clear acrylic to kind of hold him in the air, kind of like they did with the other K2SO running from the Andor season 2
Yeah.
series. If they did that, kind of had him kind of jumping at you like from above, that would have looked kind of cool. That would have looked cool.
I think with this first wave, they probably just went off of like descriptions and like concept art, I think, which is why like when we get to one pop, it doesn't it's not like right out of the movie. Like this one is right out of the movie.
Right out of the movie.
Yeah.
And I just,
and that was a great scene too, that chase. Like you know what, like and spoiler alert again, like if you haven't seen it, don't listen, plug your ears or something, but like that scene in the trailer, like I wasn't expecting that was a Road of the Hut chase. right? Like when you saw it in the trailer, like it was just okay. Like I don't know, they're running from something.
They were getting chased away. Like they were trying
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But they were chasing Rod of the Hut, which incredible character. I think he might be my new favorite character. Well, not favorite character, but my new one from this movie, like from new Star Wars, like another favorite for me. So
you see, Rada, I'm digging. Well, because it's a great deep dive dig going back to Clone Wars, right? So like a lot of this movie for the lore, I think fans that, you know, especially Star Wars fans that enjoy the lore, like without Clone Wars, this movie kind of doesn't have a lot of lore to it, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of it's all steeped to Clone Wars. Stinky, you know, got Rada, got now talking about Nahutta, the twins you got from Mando season 2 and Book of Boba. So you've got some of that pullback, but like Embo comes from Clone Wars, you know what I mean? Like, so there's a lot of cool callbacks, I thought, from that.
Yeah.
But this one I really enjoyed. I actually did recently. I did an image of this, I think last week, and then animated it and did like a little pram run kind of video. So that was kind of
fun. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
This one, love this one. I shot this one just last night. Used it for the thumbnail and the beginning image for this presentation, but I love this one. I not knowing any. That's the one thing that kind of I try to do is, you know, how I try to create a scene from a movie or something and evoke that, like, oh, I'll bring you right back to that scene.
Yeah.
When I first got this and not knowing anything, I had photographed him kind of in the snow. Used this exact pop, shot it in the snow, did an animation for it and everything. Looked awesome. But it wasn't until seeing the movie and then seeing Shikari, and that song's been going through my head with free real estate, mind you. Shikari and the Rada song have been playing in my head for days.
Yeah.
Especially the Rada song. That
yeah.
I'm like, dude, they need to start playing that. Like when I get, my daughter is going to be a PC Friar this year. She's going to be going to Province College. And I would be so pumped, PC, as Friar Town, if you got some clappers going and started playing the Rod of the Hut during a basketball game. Like, oh my God, I will go nuts. Like, if anything, I will start that at Friar Town. Like, give everyone clappers and just have clap, 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 clap. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But this pop I really like. Really.
And it's the first one that we have where Grogu's not being held.
Yeah, this one I really feel is kind of like a biddy and a pop because you are getting the size of a biddy Grogu. So I really like that. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
But like he's on Mando's shoulder. Like every other pop we've got, like every other pop where it's like a character in Grogu, it's a character holding Grogu. So Mando holding Grogu, Luke holding Grogu.
Yeah, you get his little tiny
the Dark Trooper holding Grogu. Yeah.
It's adorable. Yeah. It's a great pop. Great.
Yeah.
Pop.
And again, taken right out of the movie.
Then we got to this guy.
Yes,
this was the one that I saw at Toy Fair that I was so excited about. To actually,
you know what? There were so many like little Easter eggs with all those droids because there were so many different droid heads and droid body combinations.
There was a K2 droid.
Yeah, there was a Republic security droid.
Was it one like L7, like the one from
L3?
Solo?
L3 from Solo? Yeah, L3. Yeah, that's what those round ones were. Yeah. I think there was an SM33 droid head.
I thought that
there
was
were so many.
Really cool. Like, quite honestly, I can see an episode just of that. Like, because there's a backstory that we don't really get filled in on. That
Yeah.
these droids, I guess, were pissed at the way they were used and misused and handled for the greedy purpose of the Clone Wars from the droid Federation. That they kind of struck out on their own accord and started their own gang. So and they became their own gang of mercenaries, kind of like their own guild, if you will.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of cool. I'd love to see more about that. I think that would be.
I want a mercenary droid on the Stap, which is that flying bike that you see Mando fly, and you see them flying too, right?
Dope, yeah. Could you imagine that? Because you could get the cape blowing as he's cruising and put him on a little angle. Oh, that would be awesome. That was a nice callback too, Chris. That was a great thing you mentioned. The Stap, like that was because if I recall right, it was that battle droid on that Stap was the very first pre-release for the prequel 3 1/4 figure.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
That was the very
and I have it on my shelf too. So
nice. Now that's a good one to have then, because that was the very, very first toy. That's cool.
That one and the Mace Windu figure with the blue lightsaber and the green box. So
what do we got here? The movie was actually strengthened the Clone Wars movie because of the Grata connection and cool. And yeah, I agree. It was cool.
Yeah.
I thought it was a very, very nice deep tie in.
Yeah. And again, like spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the movie, maybe you should click off of this video though at this point. But I really felt there was a lot of like I feel like the Rada thing was like a trial to see how people would react to it, because I feel like they're going to do the exact same thing with Grogu. At some point, we're going to see him pop up in post-sequel trilogy timeline, and he's going to be speaking.
He's gonna. They're gonna have to age him up.
I think the Rada thing is like a trial run for that, because it's the same thing. He didn't speak in the Clone Wars movie, and now they gave him this voice, and people were kind of hesitant about. Like even I was like Jeremy Allen White. I don't know. I can't really.
I didn't
picture it, but like he nailed it. He nailed it.
I thought it was okay. I just thought it should have been a little deeper. Like all the Hutts seem to have this deeper belly as opposed to Jeremy Allen White. That's the only thing. That's my only critique. It just didn't.
But like you got to think he's also the only one that's in shape too, right? And
yeah, but I thought if he was,
maybe that's where they got that deep belly voice was from their actual bellies.
That's what I was wondering. But I also felt that if he had a deeper, more scarier, because they still changed.
But look at Zero the Hutt. Zero the Hutt didn't have that deep bassy voice either.
Yeah, they did.
But Zero the Hutt is still canon. You can't count Zero out.
No. The Truman Capote. So, yeah. What I felt is when he was like, don't be scared, I'm not my father. Like, if he had that more Jabba, like that deep kind of scary, I don't know, even like the other Hutts when they talk, if he had a little more of that to it, it would have made him a little more intimidating. Whereas what they did with his voice scaled back that intimidation. And I think they could have played into that a little bit more to play on that fact that he's not that scary. He might look scary, but he's not. He is that. I
think if he had that scary voice, it wouldn't have worked out as well. Like it wouldn't have played out to that. Yeah, but like again, like I think it's just a trial run with that, with the Rada the Hutt character.
But
because they're going to do that with Grogu.
Nice, seeing him kind of.
And you know what? Like you know what I need? I need an Adventures of Rada and Grogu series. I need that.
Dude, that
would be crazy, because you got two characters that are going to live hundreds of years together.
I was going to say that could happen. That could be something like far in the future that could 100% happen. Right? Yeah. And the way they set those two up, it could be. You know what I mean? Because
like they had a lot of great scenes together.
Now, this pop I thought was kind of interesting. Now I just recently bought so I have this one coming from Target. Target exclusive.
Yeah, I found this one out in the wild, so I got this one.
In the wild, I found the keychain at Box Lunch.
Oh, okay.
So I got that because my keychain pops are kind of getting pretty beat up. I have the Luke, Farm Boy Luke. His lightsaber broke off. His head, the thing keeps pulling out of his head at this point. I screwed it back in a couple times. And then I have Grogu in the pram from season 2 of Mando, and he's kind of seen some better days. But I like this one because we actually see this is a cool cut and Easter egg that I enjoyed seeing, because they actually had this kind of cutting back to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, because this is that Outpost mix that you could get, where it's kind of got that kind of cayenne, kind of cinnamony, spicy popcorn mixed with the grape and the kettle corn regular flavored. So I thought that was cool that he's sitting there eating that as he's watching the match. So you can go to Galaxy's Edge and actually have that experience as well. It's a great kind of like, you see it, you can bring it home as a collectible, and you can live and taste it. So I thought that's a cool experience.
Yeah. Peak Obi-Wan with a good point there.
Yeah, not only are they trying to get people is as young as maybe that's why the little higher tone. Yeah,
that could be it too. The age, because like he's a younger Hut compared to the rest of them. The rest of them are, probably like
very old,
400-500 years old or something, right? So
I thought that was neat as we were kind of getting exposed, as he was telling Grogu to watch about the Hutts and giving a history. Hutts have been in the criminal organization for hundreds and thousands of years, and they're like walking through all these slug looking ones sliding around. That was pretty cool. I thought that was neat. This pop ride.
Yeah, I think this is my favorite pop ride now.
Yeah, one of my
of all. Yeah. Well, I mean, like I don't have a ton of them, just due to space.
I like this one better than the Chewbacca ATST.
Yeah,
I like it better than that one. It's just way cool. This one I like so much. Again, I did an image very early on. As soon as I got this one, this is one of those ones when you get it in your collection, you're like super pumped. You can't stop marveling at it. When I got this one in the collection, it immediately went on the set. Like I think within less than 24 hours. And sometimes that's hard with the work schedule and just, you got to just kind of be inspired. But this one I was like chomping at the bit to get in my hand so I could start getting creative with it. Love this one. Love this one. Yeah. What a great scene too, right? That was a great scene that kind of, because it cuts right into the action. Then you get this little side piece. Because I thought that maybe we'd see this, of course, because they were showing so much of the first few minutes in early, like about a year ago, and that celebration from 2 years. So I kind of figured we'd see something with this. So I was really excited when they did this little chase, and they kind of had that in the beginning, but it wasn't quite the beginning. So it was like, oh, where was this at? I thought it was perfect, and it was just awesome.
Yeah, and they didn't show, like, really, they didn't really show a lot of stuff from later in the movie either.
They did good.
Like, the majority of the trailer was like early stuff, like a lot of the opening scene.
Yeah, and I figured they would try to do that because they didn't want to give it all up. This one is cool. I like this pop ride.
I like this one too.
I do like this one. I like having the Razor Crest. I still do wish, and maybe we will in the future, I'd like to have Mando with Grogu sitting on his lap in this. That's what I'd like to see.
Yeah.
Especially with the end of that movie. Again, Star Wars really hitting it back in the idea of the family, going to enjoy some cinema like you did. To me, it was very nostalgic of the 80s. That's what you did. You would go and you see iconic films like Star Wars and E.T. and Goonies. You'd see them in the theater with your friends and your family, and that's what it was about, and that sense of adventure and wonderment. And I think the Mandalorian Grogu hit on all those pieces really well. Really well. Outpost mix. Oh, these guys are great too. Oh, here it is. This is the other one. This Grogu. This one at first I was kind of like, what was this one? And then I realized that's the flat meat fry sandwich.
Yeah, that Hugo Durant gave it to him, right? But like,
that's what I want to see.
I think they went off of concept art or description for this one, because like you didn't actually see him eat the sandwich in the movie.
No, you don't really see him
eat it. It's still a cool pop. Like I did get this one too. I picked this one up.
Yeah, I got to get this one. This one I didn't get it at first, but now after seeing the movie, I kind of want to have it. But then I almost want to have it if I can get like the food cart truck with Durant in it, doing his thing. I thought that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
And these guys, the Anzellans, I absolutely loved how these came out.
Yeah.
Now, do you have these?
I have this one because I found this whole wave in the wild, like the whole well, I guess second part of the wave, I guess we're calling it now, or is it the second wave? I don't know. Like, because there's no wave on the back of these boxes either. So
no, this is kind of like that second wave. The way they kind of
they
had that first wave, then the second wave, and then in the second wave they also released some like just announced, like boom, like dropped that day, released and everything. Like the Embo.
So I got this one. I got like the full second wave, like the commons. I have the exclusive. What's the other guy's name? Yeah, Keto.
Yeah, I
have him pre-ordered. So he's coming next week.
They look great.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the details on them because you get such great detail between the two of them, and they're totally different sculpts. They're not even. Because again, they could easily ring it in. They can make this one just like do with the clones. They could do something very similar, just a little pink. No, like goggles are different. Outfit is completely different, not even remotely the same. Like completely. Different. And then I compared it. I did a video on this one, Clang, and I threw in Babu Frick, so you can get a good judgment of all three of them. And even Babu Frick is completely different.
And they're all voiced by the same actress too, that Shirley Henderson.
Yeah, she's the one that did Moaning Myrtle, right, from Harry Potter.
Yeah,
they're awesome. I love the sound bites. You know, you had Bad Baby. Oh, it's a horrible baby. But then
they stole the show. Like these guys stole the show. Grogu stole the show. Like the puppetry in this movie was fantastic. Like
that's something I think audiences that haven't seen it should be aware of, is that this isn't all AI, and I think
I don't think they. I don't know.
They use AI, but not very, very.
I don't know if they used AI.
This is all puppeteering when they
like digital effects. Yeah, sure. Like computer animation. Yeah, I don't know about AI. I don't know.
No, they said it. They did a lot of stop motion with these.
Now, a lot of stop motion, a lot of
the amount.
But like going back to the Anzellans and Grogu, like that one scene where it's just them for like it's a good 5 minutes, at least 5 minutes with just them, no humans, and like that was great.
Oh yeah, and they're walking out of the ship and talking and what we're doing.
And even the ship, like when their ship lands, you can tell it's like a stop motion, like an actual model stop motion landing, like because it had that little like shakiness, like it's attached to wires, like they did with the old black and white shows and stuff.
Like the old Buck Rogers, and stuff like that.
Yeah, like it had that look when their ship was landing, and I was like, that's cool. Yeah. But yeah, this guy too, the aliens.
Sammy is a callback to the chef. Yes. Yeah. Yes. 100%. 100%. Well, it was kind of neat because Favreau had that, in his repertoire, and so did Jeremy Allen White with the bear, and then the chef friend who actually got a little cameo in the movie too. I don't know if you kind of saw him at one of the food carts. The chef.
What's that?
The chef that actually did the flat fry sandwich.
Yeah, that's
he was actually on set for a scene, so it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
These guys are awesome. Now, I remember this is one of those random figures you had from like Return of the Jedi that you either had and you didn't know quite what to do with them because you only saw him for a second, but he just kind of looked cool. And he was the one character no one wanted to really play with that you always got.
But now they turned him into a cool character and a great looking Funko figure too.
Absolute, much cooler as a Funko, I think, than even the figure. It just looks meaner.
But like now the price of that figure might go up a little bit if you try and get that now.
I bet it will because it has context now, a lot more context.
It has context now, yeah,
and it's become cooler, right? It's way cooler. But I thought it was really cool that these guys were like these water creatures, and like they even used them as kind of like, like release the hounds, release the Amani, and like you see them kind of swimming out. I'm like, what?
And there were scenes I wasn't sure if these guys were like practical effects or digital effects. It might have been a combination of both.
I think
because like when they were fighting with Mando, I thought they were like actual like puppets, right? Like people in suits, but
puppets or people in costume, kind of like
Marshall, but then I think like the shots of them swimming in the water might have been like digital. So but like you can't tell the difference in some of these scenes, like whether what's what,
Yeah,
it was blended it so well.
And even the way that these guys moved in the water to kind of like they would bend up and that would reveal kind of like a cobra almost, like a sea cobra or something. It was just kind of cool. They made this nothing character be really cool. I thought I love that. Thank you, John Favreau, for that.
And even this guy, Embo, like they had a guy in a suit for this, and they did the head digitally, and it like I couldn't tell. Like I thought the whole character was digital. I'm like, no, I can't be, because like Mando's fighting him. Like that'd be pretty tough to do.
That scene when he calls down after he captures Mando and calls down his ship, and he's kind of backlit, and the camera does this beautiful, like it does this beautiful pan wraparound, but as the ship's coming down and it starts to light him, which is cool, and there's like a pause, but then it stops it has a pause for like a second, and it continues with that pan, and there's more lights from the ship making him look more epic. Dude, love that shot. That shot was absolutely fire. And then he's got his dog with him there in the rain at night, backlit by all that light, because it gives a silhouette as well, which is, I think, again, one of those things that is very important in storytelling, especially when it comes to Star Wars, because it has that traditional way of Lucas and Spielberg where they would tell a story by just a shadow or a silhouette of a character can kind of evoke an emotion or fear that they're trying to get from you. Love that with Embo. Love that.
Yeah.
And this
a great figure too.
Yeah, and having the dog too. That's a nice touch. That's really nice. I'm actually surprised this wasn't an LE, to be honest.
Yeah.
I thought for sure this would be an LA. And then we're getting another Mando, which I'm kind of pumped about, one fight.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, he's got the sword and then Rada's battle axe in his other hand. That's
going to be a cool one.
Yeah, it is.
What they could have done cooler is, because remember when we did the episode about how I had Vader on the floor, that they had him sliding on his knees, like with his arm extended, his hand raised.
Yeah, that could be cool too.
That would have been dope.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the main guy, and you know what? I don't really need the glow in the dark on this. That to me, that it's so minor and not necessary at all.
I don't even know why they would do it for this character,
because it's only those little dots, I think, on the axes that glow.
Oh, is that all it is?
I think it is. I don't think it's the full axe. I think it's the little dots on them or whatnot.
Yeah, I don't even know why they would do a glow in the dark for this character.
No, you know what?
Great looking pop. I have this one too.
I would have rather seen Embo's eyes glow in the dark.
Yeah.
Right. And then this guy have anything at all. That would have been a better play. If you had to have a glow in the dark, that would have been it. Because this guy, for the sheer size, I think it is qualifying enough as a great pop.
Mm-hmm.
Looks great though. Looks great.
And he's pretty heavy. Like it's a decent weight for a Funko. I have them. I have all the bag sitting on my floor. The unboxing will be coming soon, my friend.
Now, does he have the tattoo on the back of his head? I was hoping he does.
Actually, I haven't opened it up yet. So,
all right, when you do, take a look for that. That's something I'm curious about. But yeah, he looks great. I can't wait to get him on set. Like last night, I actually worked on. So I went and I got an image out of Empire magazine with Rada the Hutt on it, and I started doing some Photoshop. I was successful at removing Rada.
Yeah.
And then I went to go build that as a blank background. So I started to build it, and I got really, really nice. But then I started getting some like shields and armor on the floor, and the floor kind of became dirt. And I'm like, I don't want that. So I actually took a Jar table and brought it back into AI and said, I need this image. This needs to be the floor. Nailed it. Nailed it. I was yeah. So I'm really excited because now I've got a great backdrop when I get this guy. Like I'm getting, because I think some of my second wave should be arriving from Nate over at Carbonite Creative this Tuesday, Wednesday, I think he said, because he was getting them last week. Like this is one of them in the order. Love this one.
Yeah.
This
I saw that. I didn't pick it up again, like for lack of space.
Oh, I thought you for sure would have gotten this one.
No. I might go back and get it.
So
I
let
might
me
go
ask
back and get
you,
it.
what did you think of in the film? How this whole scene was for this one, because I thought that was so cool, following the mouse droid perspective at some of the battle. Kind of was that seeing the Luke Skywalker battling the droids in the little screens on Moff Gideon's cruiser. I thought it was a neat kind of
No,
way
it was neat how they did that, right? And then you have Grogu jump out in front of it and use the
I
Force.
love that. It was kind of like,
That was
where do you
another
think you're
thing.
going?
You really did see. You really do see how Grogu's evolved as a character by the use of the Force, right? He's not fainting. He's not collapsing from using the Force, but by healing
he's
and
gotten
doing this
stronger.
stuff, he's gotten strong. He's definitely gotten stronger. And
More
this
control.
movie really did like a lot of foreshadowing for him as a character, for him eventually being alone. Like characters like the twins were saying stuff like, you know, you're not always going to be here to protect the child. He's going to be alone, and then it's going to be his turn to suffer. And then like Rada saying all this stuff about not living in your father's shadow and being your own person. It did a lot of foreshadowing for Grogu.
100%, Christopher. 100%. Like as a dad, I really felt that scene at the very end when I saw it the first time in IMAX. That 100%. That's the scene that said, you know what? I'm asking the kids if they want to go see it Saturday. I have to, because that hit home, because my daughter wants to do some driving lessons finally, you know, because she wants to get her license, going to college.
Yeah.
Like, good, motivated you. But my son, he's always loved to, you know, get in the go-karts, you know, whenever we have a chance to drive them. But that reminded me of him and I taking him down to the Quonset one day, just letting him drive on the old airport, you know, runways. He really enjoyed it, and it was kind of like that's exactly reminded me of what this movie's about, what I love about Star Wars, that it brings families together in some cases, where it's that form of entertainment that we can all share that enjoyed experience. I loved it. And this, when they did this whole scene where you're seeing Mandalorian kind of entering and kicking butt, and then Grogu popped out and did his little thing, awesome. And there's a cool looking mouse droid. I definitely see droid builders are going to be maybe building one of these instead of the normal, you know, mouse droids I've seen. So this will be cool. I know if I could get a mouse droid like this, this is something I would do for droid builder.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I'd have to mount a camera to it too, just so I could have that full effect. You know. Did you see there is a new autonomous droid that you can purchase? It looks like a BD unit. That's a camera.
I don't know if I did see that.
Dude, there is a new droid. It looks like a BD unit with wheels that can hop, go up steps. They literally hop and do a 360 like in the air.
Yeah.
And it's a digital camera.
Crazy.
I saw a coupon. If I did something, I get $400 off of it, the purchase. So I'm like, so if I could save $400, I'm just curious. They didn't put the price tag on it yet. So I'm kind of curious what that'll be. And PKB1, do you think they will make a deluxe rod of Rada? I don't know.
It'd be nice if they did, but I don't know if they need it.
Yeah, I don't think they will. I think the one thing that they are trying to do is trying to get more pops like they did at a first and the second wave. I don't know how many more we're going to get from this. I would say if this was kind of even more blockbuster in the sales, and we might get a few more, but I'm going to say I'm not quite sure, because K-Pop Demon Hunters really saved their Q4 last year for Funko sales. And I don't see the Mandalorian and Grogu really. I can see it selling, but I don't think it's going to pull what Demon Hunters did, like really pull numbers like they did. We'll see. Who knows? I mean, it's going to definitely be a big thing. I think what Funko's focus on now, in all honesty, PKB1, and Chris, you tell me your thoughts on it. I think that the next big focus will now be what Funkos are we coming out for the rest of this year, leading into 2027 50th anniversary. At some point, that has to be the focus. Now that you've gotten, because you got that in Starfighter and Ahsoka season 2, right? And
even Ahsoka season 2 is not coming until what, like end of this year, even not until next year, maybe.
But that now puts the Ninth Jedi. Are we going to get any Ninth Jedi?
I doubt it.
I don't think
doubt
they
it.
didn't do much of Visions, but they're kind of.
No.
I honestly thought Visions. I thought, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I thought that was promised to be delivered by May 4th this year. So May 4th, I was expecting something from that. That was the only thing I was, because May 4th has kind of been more of a meh delivery from the Lucasfilm necessarily, but we. This year when we had Maul and stuff like that, which was great. I'm not going to deny it was awesome. But I was expecting that we were going to get the Ninth Jedi, and it didn't happen. So I was kind of surprised.
Yeah, I mean, I think Ninth Jedi was supposed to come out later in the year anyways.
Yeah.
So,
but
yeah.
I think now Funko's more leaning towards what are we going to create for our 50th. So there'll be future segments. I'd love to have you on, Christopher, again, to talk about some of these segments. Like I want to do a segment on what do you think there's going to be announced for the Star Wars Funko Pops for the 50th anniversary.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, what do you think the Funko booth will be like for Star Wars Celebration?
Oh, geez, I have no idea. I wouldn't even know what to think for that.
I've got some ideas. Yes, I have.
No, are you saying that because of something that I know about?
I don't know
behind the scenes.
I don't know if that will pan out. I do not know. I would love for that to pan out. I would love to see that come to fruition.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I just think in general, I'm going to be doing a segment on what's the possibilities of what a Funko booth could look like, because I've seen some from the past where it's just kind of a booth and this and that, and I'm kind of looking at that compared to what we've seen of recent, like the WWF and the Miami opening up of the shop in Miami, where the soccer team plays there, and just seeing the cooler looks and the more modern styles and things like that. Funko's got a vibe, and having been at the Toy Fair in New York and seeing that, seeing how they set up for Emerald City Comic-Con, I'm getting very excited. I mean, I think San Diego is going to be a good measure as well. Get idea for Funko. Again, I think part of the experience at a con or at Star Wars Celebration will be the booth itself. So I'm getting excited and want to see some hype on just seeing what your fandoms are when you're at Star Wars Celebration. Obviously, one of my big fandoms is Funko and Star Wars. So I really am very excited to see what they have. I want to see some really so things that I'm looking forward to. I would love to see some phenomenal imagery on the Funko walls, the outside the booth, inside the booth, adorning them all over. And I don't want to just see key art. I'd like to see some really cool fan made art.
Yeah,
I'd like to see some exclusives, some really cool exclusives that really drive you to get to the booth. I'd like to see. So, how I do like those little animations. I'd like to see some of those kind of like maybe LEDs that have display where the Funkos kind of come to life, like I do with the, animating them with AI and stuff like that.
Right.
For animation, I'd like to see something like that. I'd like to see some picture moments where you're standing by an oversized pop, but maybe it's a scene, like maybe it's the trash compactor and the walls move in a little bit and you can be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Something fun. Maybe it's you're walking out onto the ledge and there's Luke and Leia and they're swinging across and you're like, hey, you're waving to them from the other side, swinging as opposed to shooting at them like stormtroopers. I don't know. But like something that would be a really cool movie moment, picture moment, fandom moment. We're celebrating the 50th anniversary. Even what do you think the boxes are going to look like? I have a heavy suspicion because of all the branding I've seen with Star Wars Celebration, very heavy on the black and gold, and not just similarly to where we've seen it in the previous years, but that 50th anniversary logo is very, very weighted in those colors of the black and gold. So I definitely think black and gold it'll be included in the packaging of everything, especially the Funko. So just to see ideas for Funko Pop. So I'm going to be doing some future segments, either on mine or probably with Nate over at Star Wars when we're doing Pop Talk. But just on, what do you expect? Booth, what some hype about packages, future figures, and announcements and releases. So I'm getting excited for things like that. I think you'll probably.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, Peak Obi-Wan. Maybe return the black and silver boxes again. Maybe the black and gold. I think it's got to be black and gold. I really do.
Yeah, I think so.
And probably on the back, they'll probably have that 50th anniversary logo, like really big.
Yeah, they're getting away from putting like the full wave on the back, it seems like. So,
well, I think that's a nice thing because you think about it from this way. You can keep more of the waves a surprise, so they can't get leaked as easy, right?
Yeah.
So there's that. And what if you run into complications and you're like, you know what? It's just we're having disasters in production. You can scratch it. No one's none the wiser either. So it does have a little play. And, we've had shipping issues where, I never got an Ahsoka, showroom H or whatever,
Yeah.
But like, remember that became a thing because a fire alarm went off and they couldn't get given out. You know what I mean? So if something like that's to happen, you know what I mean? You don't have to worry like, oh, it was on the box and it's supposed to be this and it doesn't get released for a year or two. And they can't figure out how to get rid of the Hall H at the time. So it could be, you never know. It could be something like that, but
it could be.
I'm getting excited for Celebration, Starfighter. There is a Ahsoka 2.
I noticed you didn't have a couple Funko Pops on your images there.
What's that?
I noticed you didn't have a couple Funko Pops in your images there.
Which ones?
The Remnant Snowtrooper. That's limited pieces.
Oh,
and the Remnant Stormtrooper.
You're right. I forgot about the Remnant Stormtrooper. I totally forgot about him, and I can't believe I didn't.
I know you got the Snowtrooper. Did you get the Stormtrooper?
I did not get the Stormtrooper.
No, but you got the Snowtrooper though. Yes,
I did. I you know what? I meant to add him. He should have been one of the first ones because I recently photographed him too.
What did you think about those two? Like that, the Snowtrooper. I think that's definitely one I want to try and get.
Snowtrooper is a
the Stormtrooper. I don't know. Maybe
the reason I didn't get him, he's got one shin brown and that's it. I'll get him when I get him. That's one that's when you're looking and you bought everything from Funko, but they're giving that like really great sale and it's like $7. That's when you pick him.
That's when you get him. Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Because
you find him on Marketplace for $5.
I do wish for the Remnant Snowtrooper. I really do wish they did a chase where they had one with the bottom part of the little flap that covers the respirator. Because the only Snowtrooper you have is the blue box Snowtrooper. And it has the round eyes, the crappy old-fashioned eyes. Yeah. And the only one after that is the Battle for Echo Base, where it's a Snowtrooper and Vader, and he's behind the cannon, the Ewok cannon. Yeah. Those are the only two Snowtroopers we have of that. And so I would have really liked to have that new Snowtrooper redesign, resculpt, but with the full old-school helmet where you don't have that piece has deteriorated and gone away. Right, I do like seeing the respirator. It's cool. Very cool. Yeah. And that was the one, Chris, when I don't know if I got to speak to you because when I had gone to Toy Fair, I noticed that all the companies, all of them, like were showing that they had the Remnant Snowtrooper. You saw the respirator. And I'm like, I mean, Hasbro, even the guys that do the it wasn't Alliance, I can't remember the company that produces them, but they do the mystery key bag kind of things. The key bags. They even had him, and I'm like, oh, come on, even these guys have. How does Funko not getting that one? And something that I learned when I was there from Anusha, she was mentioning that, like, so for instance, football, people are baseball. People are like, oh, I don't know why you chose to make that character. Well, guess what? The NFL tells Funko, this is the character we'd like you to produce. It's not always Funko gets to choose that, and that's I said to Anusha, I'd love to be a fly on the wall for those kind of conversations. Like, what's that like? How does a character get chosen? When you are discussing characters, what are the boundaries? Like, is it pertaining to that particular movie, project, something like that? Do they give you, some kind of intel, leading up to it, some mock-ups? I'm curious, because I know you get very little, very, very little. Yeah. and they'll grow him and bring him right in after he's, paint's barely even finished drying sometimes, because they're trying to work out some packaging images and get some ideas to get those things moving before it goes to production. So I'd be curious. I'd be very, very curious. But I do know that, some like that one was kind of like, I didn't even see any tease or anything. So when he got announced, I was like, finally.
Yeah. I still have to get that one, but yeah.
But anyway, I don't want to keep us on all day, and I'm glad that it was great to have you back and hang out and catch up, my friend.
You know what? It's definitely an exciting time for us Star Wars fans, having Star Wars back in the theater, and again with all the merch that's out for the movie, the advertising, like there's so much stuff.
It's killer. It's been a great time, and for me, it's just nice seeing it. Like when Star Wars becomes almost mainstream, part of the everyday pop culture, it's kind of cool because there's years of, oh, you're a Star Wars fan, and now it's become I don't know about you, but I know there was a time that it was kind of like, I like Star Wars. You almost said it in quiet because you didn't want to get ridiculed or picked on, right? Honestly, the dark times, fans, the dark times. If you went through it, But now it's like, I'm a Star Wars fan, and we wear it. We wear it proud. You know what I mean? Like there was a long time that you might have loved it, you really loved it, but you didn't really talk about it. I don't know why, because even the guys that you would think like would be like, Star Wars, they're like, I dig Star Wars. It's different. It's different. It's funny now. It's how things have changed over time, but I guess that's just when anything that's quality gets time to stew a little bit. Like the prequels. The prequels were not widely accepted, and I think that younger generations become adults now, and they're like, "Hell, I love this. This is what I grew up on," and that's exactly what's going to happen with this Mandalorian Grogu. There's some younger kids, younger than mine, that are going to see this movie and be like, "Man, that was awesome," and that sucked them in, and they're Star Wars fans now, from now on forever. So
yeah.
But awesome to have you on, my friend. It was great to catch up.
Thank you for having me as well.
I miss chatting like this with you, so it's always great and having a pleasure. And I think this weekend is the Niagara Falls Comic-Con, where we got to finally see each other in person.
I believe it is this weekend.
I think it's this weekend, so it's almost kind of a sweet anniversary to catch up again, because that was kind of cool. But
I think I might try and go to it next year.
Nice. Well, next year the only thing I'm trying to go to is
Celebration.
Celebration. But I'll be going to Rhode Island Comic-Con because that's local.
Yeah, you're going to Rhode Island this year.
Yeah, I'll go to Rhode Island, even if it's just for a day. I'll definitely go to Rhode Island for a day.
Yeah,
it's on my back door. Why not? My son really enjoys it, and it's become like a tradition for the two of us to go, and he likes it. So we go. We'll see what people they have this year.
Yeah, I think Sam Witwer is going to be there already. I saw that.
I did see that. I'm hoping Brendan Wayne is going to be there. I really like to get his autograph. Because I think he did come last year, but I don't think he came on one of the days I was there. I think he came on Sunday. I think it was a Friday or whatnot. But I'd like to go and hopefully see him before he gets too popular. Now that they put their names in the opening credits following Pedro Pascal, I think people will start to notice them and recognize them more. Not that they don't now, but more. And you know what that's like. Once they kind of know who they are, they'll flock to them.
Yeah.
So, but I'm going to let you guys all go. Thank you all for joining us today. It was fun to kind of recap. Thank you, everyone in the chat. Ricky, Peak Obi-Wan, and who was the other one? Return of the Jedi. So thank you guys for popping into the chat today. This wasn't like a planned or really scheduled thing. It was something that Chris and I are putting together kind of last minute. Because I just wanted to chat with my buddy and talk about the Mando, and I know he had a lot of great swag from the theater, so wanted to include that in here as well. But again, thank you all, and may the Force be with you. And Christopher, thanks again, and we'll see you next time, my friend.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Anytime.